Hello, welcome back or welcome. My name is Carrie, and I'm going to be doing a channeled reading for you today. If you're new to my channel, I connect in and bring forth messages for your highest good. If you've been here before, you'll know the clarity that's coming. So what we're going to do is we're going to first start out with a little bit of smoke because we want to make sure that we help clear out any obstructions or blockages that might stop this message from coming through. And it's interesting because this is the second time I started filming this, and I went through and filmed a whole 5 minutes, and I just thought, I'm not in alignment with this message. I need to go back and ground my energy. So I can't wait to see what we're going to get. So we're going to go ahead and move this in the counterclockwise rotation. We are going to bring you this message. It's going to be clear. It's going to be accurate. It's going to be exactly what you need to hear. So take a breath with me and release. We are releasing any blockages, anything that's obstructing us that may be trying to get in our way from hearing this message. And then we're going clockwise, bringing forth the highest good. We are bringing forth our own intuitive knowing, our higher selves, and we are bringing forth these messages. And so it is. So one of the things I'm hearing here as I'm tapping in to the guides, the ancestors, and the angels that are coming forth, specifically, I feel like there are higher dimensional beings coming towards some of you in this collective. And as they're coming towards you to work with you, to inspire you, to collaborate with you, they're needing to go through some of the walls and some of the blockages and some of the patterns that are in your auric field, specifically in your third chakra. So as we're doing this reading, my intention is that we are just releasing this blockage together. We're dissolving it. I'm going to just run Reiki through this reading. So let's just see what this blockage is about. We want to bring through that message and that information for you. And we want you to be able to get that for yourself in your own experience. So let's just see what this is about. First card coming out, Archangel Michael. Remember I said higher guides coming out. I'll show you all this. This is my card specifically for Archangel Michael. He has the sword of truth. So he's the one who helps to remove some of the cords, some of the blockages that many of us have around trusting ourselves, around trusting our power, our intuition. Remember I said in the beginning that there are higher guides coming forth. And I feel like for some of you, this could be Archangel Michael or one of the higher guides or angels that you work with or that has been around you. You can ask them to help you lean into your power and release what is obstructing you from stepping in and really coming into your own. Then we have the Five of Wands. For me, this card always means that we have energy going in a lot of different directions. It's like having 5 different fire hoses that are moving all around and they aren't focused anywhere in particular. When we aren't sitting in our power, our energy becomes dispersed everywhere. And this is one of the benefits when we come into alignment with our higher self, our intuition, and also when we're working with those guides that we can really step into our power. What happens? We have clarity, we have understanding, we have empowerment, and we don't have fear. Right next to that, we have the Two of Cups. So this could mean a connection you have with a person that's really out for your highest good. Also, this can be connected to you, your own masculine and feminine nature. So you have your yin and your yang balanced. You have your head and your heart and your intuition balanced. But also, again, we're getting that symbol of the angel coming forth and helping you from feeling distracted, from feeling less than, from second guessing yourself. So there's a lot of power and strength in this reading. The sense I'm getting is that even in this channeling, in this message, It's coming through from the guides right through me to you. But it's not about me. It's about that you're stepping in this very moment into your power, and that energy is moving through you. Because look what's happening here, the tower. So everything that you've been relying upon and getting your logic from and making sense of, it's been a lot in your head, but it's all of this is coming apart. And that means that you're going to drop further in to your inner knowing, into your heart center, to understand what comes next. So leaning into this idea, there's just so much growth here in this reading. And again, we're moving into that deep into the Pisces season when we're having that be the catapult for all these things going on in your life that has to do with your psychic abilities and how your psychic abilities show up in your life. What do they bring to your life? Well, they bring clarity. They bring understanding things on a deeper level, seeing things as they are. So again, cutting those cords, that's a big part of this. So these are some of the things that I work on with my students, helping them increase their own psychic abilities. If you're interested in any of that type of development, there's information right here in the notes below. 7 of Pentacles is coming in with the 8 of Pentacles. So remember I mentioned how we're going to be bringing in your intuitive awareness into your life, like into your work, that it's coming closer towards you, but it's moving through your body. So it's not just going to be up here in the ether around your head floating. It's really going to be something that you're going to bring down and manifest in your life. Many of you who are intuitives and light workers live in isolation, putting your gifts on the back shelf, not telling everybody about them. And really, there is fear of repercussions. That's what a lot of you experience. I'm right there with you. But as you bring them down into your life, you start to understand them on a deeper level. You also release the things that aren't serving you anymore, that aren't in alignment with that vision. And then you're able to take all those abilities and put them into your daily life and be able to connect with them, be able to utilize them in all parts of your life. So that means you're not just having the spiritual be up here in the ether or when you're at home by yourself pulling tarot cards. It's when you are showing up in all parts of your life. So it's a journey. That's what they're saying. It is a journey, but you're making sense of it. I'm already starting to feel the energy of this shift, that you are letting this go, taking that big deep breath, exhaling, and knowing that through this invocation of energy that things are shifting, even as we speak. Also, I am really getting that you need to trust people that have your best interest at heart. So some of you are feeling like you can't talk to certain people about your experience, how you feel, what's really going on. And I would say be selective about who those people are, but really ask your guides, can I open up to this person or this group of people? Because I want to be able to really talk about who I am and my abilities. We can't be in the closet anymore if we are light workers, healers, intuitives. We need to come out and really open up and share it with the world. It's time. The moon tells us with that feminine, with that psychic ability, that it is really time to go on the journey of opening up and sharing those. It's not going to do you any good or anyone else any good if it is hidden, if it's in the unconscious, if you only keep it to yourself. Remember the room with the tarot card by yourself or just a few friends? But no, often when you're in connection with other people who are on the same path, that type of work, collaboration, where you're getting support on a regular basis, it makes it so much easier to integrate it into your daily life. That's where change comes. So finding a trusted group, a mentor or a guide that you can open up and develop these abilities is going to be a perfect pairing for you to be able to embody it and bringing it into all parts of your life. I'm going to turn to Lenormand, and I want to ask next our guides, what is it that we need to know that's going to be the most helpful and constructive for us if we want to start working with our intuition, if we want to start even doing things like developing our gifts enough so we can charge for them, because I feel like that's the audience I'm talking to here. And also, how can we get off the fence so we're not lingering in the in-between? And what is that secret sauce that you need? What does that look like for you? What's the formula that's going to make you successful to be able to do this finally? So we're getting the moon card again. We're getting the tree. We're getting the heart, the rider, and the stork. This is so positive. So first of all, the heart has to do with what you care about most deeply. And in this case, because we're asking, how can you share your intuitive light? How can you share your abilities with the world in your life? And so that's what the focus of this is completely. Now, here's the lead up. Again, the moon is here. The moon is different in Lenormand than it is in tarot. So the moon here has more to do with your career. It has to do with intuitive abilities, being psychic. And the next card we have is the tree. And this has to do with your own body, your own roots, your own system, your ecosystem, but also you being connected to your own ancestry. So this is just showing that this is probably something that others have in your family, this intuitive abilities. And at the same time, when we're seeing this, we know, because it's connected to the heart, this is really telling you now is the time. That's how you're going to do this, is by admitting to yourself how much you love it and how important it is to you and how it affects your life specifically. For each of you, that's going to be different. Each of you is going to bring your light, your magic into this world in a unique signature way. That's what I'm hearing. And it might not be traditional at all. It might be something completely different from the next person, but it's your journey. And what's so special about this, we have the rider, which is good news that's coming. And as you do that, you have the stork, which is a gift. So as you follow your heart, as you follow this path, and you move towards what it is you desire to do, you are not only bringing yourself a gift, you're bringing the world a gift. That you're holding your light here, off in that room, instead of sharing it. So finding a place where you can be supported, where you can begin to develop those abilities. I do have my program. I would love for you to come and visit us. We would love to have you. Being in a place where you can, in a supportive way, develop your gifts, no matter how you want to share them, where you know that you can trust the people in it, where you can develop all the different abilities that you have, and then also know how to put it together into an incredible experience, however you decide that you want to do it. That's what makes change happen. That's what makes results happen. Let's continue with Lenormand and see if there are any other messages coming through that want to reveal themselves. Very interesting, because we're getting paths, we're getting birds, we're getting snake, and we're getting cross, and we're getting coffin. Okay, so this is a little bit of a warning and emotion. What it's telling you is a warning to not listen to other people's voices, because people are going to tell you not to trust yourself. So you have the crossroads here. And this is when you have to make a decision in your life about what direction your life path is going to be. When the birds, that is communication. That's people chattering. And I feel like the person chattering is a negative person, possibly a female, who makes you second guess yourself, who makes you not trust yourself. Remember, we're talking about you sharing your light, your intuitive abilities. So if you have someone who is making you not trust yourself, then you're not going to be able to bring forth, again, that wisdom. When I started this reading, it was really tough for me to bring the message through. And I feel like the reason is because for you specifically, you're worried about being judged. You're worried about the implications of what this could look like. And I think this is coming from a female, maybe even a parental figure. And the burden here could even be someone who's religious or someone who's very opinionated, because right next to this, we have the cross. The cross has to do with a burden. It can be religious programming. It can be some heaviness, judgment, but it's right next to the snake. So for me, that means possibly a female, making you second guess yourself, it's almost like an earworm in your ear, telling you that if you do this, something bad will happen or a negative experience will happen. It is also right next to the coffin, which means that this is going to end. This will end your willingness, or this will end your ability to share your light. And again, you have a choice here. If you decide not to listen to the voice of that person or the internal part of yourself that's making you second guess yourself, keeping you stuck in fear and worry, what if I let go and I start to do something that everybody thinks is crazy, or that I can't make money doing the thing I want to do, right? You have a choice here. You can either choose fear or you can choose love. Let's look at the other pathway. If you did choose love, guess what happens? The Sun card. If you choose the path of light and you decide to follow your intuitive abilities, you're getting the Sun card. That is success, positivity. Quite frankly, it's the light. But you will go through a period of possibly doubting yourself, not being completely clear. However, you have the Child right next to you, and the Child means a new venture. It means starting something brand new. And it's right next to the Man, which means one of two things. It either means as you go on your path and you follow that light of inspiration that you want to do, how you want to express your intuitive abilities, your light, there's support here on the other side. This could be from a male, and it could also be you using logic instead to go forth on your path, not being stuck in fear. This reading has really also shown me with this collective and many of the people that I work with, that many of you are just at that point where your psychic abilities are heightened and you feel as though you want to be able to move with the light. But part of you feels held back because of conventional wisdom, because of fear, because of other people's judgment. And I will tell you, we're going to bring forth the oracle messages now. And this is coming directly from your higher self, from that higher guide, and from Spirit. What do you need to know? You are right now in the land in between. So you're moving out of the conventional way that you've been living onto a whole new path. And remember, you have the crossroads here, and now is the time for change. Now is the time to jump through the hoop. You also have the power of purpose. Understand you were given that purpose, that meaning deep within you, in your soul, and it will help you move things forward. Trust yourself. Ask those guides for help. Last two cards. And if you enjoyed this, please make a comment below, and I would just love it if you could like, subscribe, and share this reading. Finally, we have imperfect harmony. I feel like this is you working with your higher self and your guides, coming through to help you during this time of massive transition when your abilities are just blowing up and you're wondering what to do next. Feel free to get in touch with me below. Beautiful Uncaging, the final card. This is the place where you are. That's how you're going to find what it is that you love, that you desire, that you want to do, that is most meaningful to you. That is the doorway, is right inside of you. You've got the heart. Thank you so much for sharing this reading with me. I want to send you blessings, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Take care.